The last time when I was reviewing this car, I showed you that the central lock is working, and I told you that there's a possibility that the central lock will malfunction along the way because it is a cheapskate. It is not perfect at all. It works sometimes and sometimes it doesn't. So today we're going to test if it does. Since that video I have never used it because I don't want to lock myself out of the car. So let's see if it works. So let me show you. As you see, nothing. So you can hear the sound. I put the central lock in here. You can hear the sound. So the central lock is not working. So what I'm planning to do today is fix this door lock and the other door lock so that I'll be able to use a key to open and close the vehicle, because the central lock is not trusted at all. It works sometimes it doesn't. So but before we do that, we must assemble everything, because the last time when I was covering the seat, I had to remove almost half of the interior. So especially this type of parts, trim pieces, this type of trim pieces. So I removed all the trim pieces. So we're going to put the trim pieces back in the car. So now that's what we're going to do. Then I have a sound system that I'm going to install today. So yeah. I wanted to start with the trim pieces, but in order to install the sound system, I'll need to remove the trim pieces. So I don't want to do the same job twice. So I'm not going to install the trim pieces first. I'm going to start with the wiring for the sound system first. Then the trim pieces will be above it in order to cover the wiring. So I'm going to start with the sound system wiring first, then after the trim pieces. I'm going to start by removing the terminal so that I'll be able to install the power wire for the amp, which is 8 gauge. I'm going to try to hide the power wire for the sound system under the fenders so that it won't be visible, and I'll run it through the firewall inside the vehicle so that it will go straight to the bonnet. So that's what I'm planning to do, to hide everything so that it won't be visible and will be neat and OEM as possible. A quick update, what I've done: installed the power wire for the sound system straight into the loom, straight into that hole, which is not visible that much. So going to this side, you can see that the wire is being protected by this shield. So here's the wire. It starts from here going under the shield to the other side where we have a firewall hole, and we have this rubber. So I put it through this rubber so that it will be also protected and it will be neat. So I'm going to use that firewall hole to put this power wire for the sound system into it, so that it will be in the vehicle, so it will be nice and neat. That's the aim. So OEM look, that's what we are aiming for. I'm removing the glove box so that I'll be able to pull the power wire through straight to the bonnet, so that I'll be able to install the amp. So I'm going to show you how I install the amp and everything. So here's the amp. So I already put the ground wire. The ground wire, you can ground it anywhere in the boot. So you can see on the amp is written ground wire and positive 12, which means it is for the battery. So we just have to follow that and not make any mistake. On the radio, what I did, I took the power wires and I used them as a signal power towards the amp. So the signal wire on the amp gives the amp power to turn on and off. So it goes between the power wire and the ground wire. Where I'm pointing now is where I've grounded the ground wire. So I even used a sandpaper to remove the paint so that the ground wire will be grounded properly. On the other side of the amp, we have the red and white plugs. Even at the back of the radio, we have the two plugs, the red and white plugs. We're going to use them to plug to the amp. So the base, it has two wires, the positive and the negative, and you don't have to worry about the positive or negative because it won't go wrong. So we have the positive on this other side, we have the negative on the other side. So you just have to plug it like that. It's written on the amp. So you just follow the amp, what it says at the back. So yeah, that's probably it because there's nothing difficult after that. What I'm planning to do is to run the wires the same way as I run the power wire back to the boot. What I plan to do now is to put these small speakers. They are also pioneers. I'm planning to put these speakers over here, but not on top, under, so that it won't be visible because I like the clean look. They do have the covers. I'm not sure if I should let them be visible over here or just hide them. But I don't like this type of look on the inside because it doesn't have a cover over here. So I think we're just going to hide them. Yeah, we're just going to hide them. So I tried to put the cover under, but it doesn't look good. It makes this surface not to be level. So what I'm thinking of is that the speaker will be inside because I don't like the look of the speaker. Then the cover will be on top, just like this. But it's going to be much work, but I think this look is perfect. So let's try this look and see what it will give us, because this look is also fine, but it's not great as this one. So yeah, let's try this look. And yeah, onto the trim pieces. I already put the trim pieces from the passenger side, even at the back, and the one that is on the side, but the driver side I haven't put anything yet. So I'm going to do that, but I'm going to do it off camera because it's an easy job. So we are done with the installation of the sound and the trim pieces. So now we are about to do the lock. To remove the door panel, we first need to remove this screw, then the window crank, then there are a few tabs on the door panel. Then we need to remove this cover, which has 2 screws in it, so that we'll be able to remove the door panel. So we're going to start with the door handle, then the window crank, then the 2 screws, then we can be able to take the door panel out. In order to remove the door lock, we need to remove 3 screws which are 10mm. So the first one is that one, and there's another one over there, and at the top there's another one. So we need to remove this tab also because it's going to be in the way. So I'm going to be using a 10mm socket to remove the door lock. So now we are done with the lock, and there was no problem with the lock, but I made modifications so that the key will be able to turn better than before. So we're going to see if it works. The only way to see if it works is by putting it back. I'm going to do that now. I'm going to put it back the same way as I took it out, but in reverse. So that's what I'm going to do. So stay tuned and we'll see if it works. Hopefully it does, because I don't feel like taking it off, because I took it off like 3 times now. So fingers crossed it works. So I'm done putting the lock back in the vehicle, but I'm not confident about this one, to be honest, because the lock had so many parts and it wasn't broken at all, and it didn't show any sign of being broken. I'm the one who decided to modify it in order for it to turn the way I think it's supposed to turn. So I'm not sure if it will work, but I don't have confidence at all. So let's see if it will, but I doubt it won't. So let's just check it anyway. So as you can see, I haven't locked it at all. That's supposed to be locked. Ah, we walked. It will open, man. It did work. I thought it won't. Like, to be honest, I thought it won't, but it did, man. I'm a genius. I'm really good at this stuff. I'm really starting to be good at this stuff. So let's see if it will open. I think it will open. So I'm confident now that it will open. So let's see. Oh, nah. Come on. It did not open. So that's a bomb. But it gives me confidence that it will work if I put more effort towards it. So I'll see you in a minute. I'm going to take it out and I'm going to modify it again, and I bet this time it will work perfectly. So see you in a minute. So you won't believe me, guys. So I was about to take it out, but I said let me try to open it again, and it did open, as you can see now. So it did open. So let's try it 3 times. If it works 3 times, that means it is totally fine. It will make me hype. So now it's still open now. It is still open. So that is locked. It is locked. Sensational. Okay. So there it goes. I think the only way to open it is by turning the key, then trying to open it, then turn the key, then it will open. So let's lock it again. Let's open. Not satisfying, but it does work. Tell me what you think. Should I remodify it or should I let it be like this? Because you can see that it's not really opening the way it should, but it does open and it does close. So to me, it's so hyped because this car has been a long time since it hasn't locked. That's why I bought the central lock, and the central lock giving me problems. So, and I'm glad that I did this. Now it does work. So, but tell me what you think about the channel in the comments section. So yeah. So guys, what I did is that I remember that this car has two keys. The first key is for the ignition, and the other key were for the doors. But because the doors were not opening at all, so I removed it from this. So I went back to search for the key. Then I found the key, and I said, let me try the key if it will work. For this key, it works perfectly. So let's see. Let me show you, because I already tested it and it worked perfectly. So here is closed. You can see it is closed. Now we're opening it like butter. Like butter, it just open like butter. So like we are done. Let's put the door panel back in the vehicle. The panel is done. I've put it back the way it should be, and I would say from this video everything was a success. Even the radio, the amp, subwoofer, everything was on point. Even the lock worked. So I'm happy with the result, and thank you guys for watching. If you want to see more, if you want to ask questions about what I've done, or if you have your own knowledge about something that I've done so that I can do it correctly, please leave it in the comment section below. And I think I'm going to end the video here. We still have a lot of things that I want to do on this car, but if I do them, then the video will take long and long and long, and I won't be able to post it and or finish. So I'm just going to end it here, and I'm going to do another part. So see you on the next video, and thanks for subscribing. If you haven't, please hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.